What are some takeaways that you've had this week that are things that you look back on those 4 days that was maybe your biggest epiphany or the biggest change that you saw?
Yeah. So like you've said, Nate and I are both probably the same. We're kind of obsessive about, maximizing our performance, and some things you've said during the week, like you can do things to your limbs and all these sorts of things, and that won't change who you are. But if you change things in your brain, that can change who you are. And, to point out one thing would be really difficult. I mean, just from the adjustments alone to like aligning the body properly in the way that, certain just, parts of, touching the body can throw you out of alignment, and strengthening those things and how the brain is connected with that. But like reading the brain report to me is truly the most fascinating thing. But then again, the ARP wave is like in the middle of my set in the ARP wave. I mean, it was like a point where I couldn't handle how intense the pain was going on. And then throughout the set, I could just feel my nervous system literally retrain itself. And so when Nate earlier talked about immediate results, it's literally immediate results. And like, it's not hyperbole, you're not just in here just saying these things. Like in the middle of the set, I could feel my nervous system retrain itself and go through the motion and literally strengthen on the second. And that was mind blowing. But the brain mapping stuff to me is truly the most fascinating, because if we really want to maximize our performance, we have to have a clear brain. And if we have any pain in our body, we may not know it, but or subconsciously, unconsciously, whatever that would be, we're thinking about that and taking away from being present, like you said. And if we can be present, then we can eliminate, future anxieties or past failures. So you can just be right here. And when you can just be right there, that's when you can maximize your performance. And that's really where it starts. And it starts at a cellular level, like you've talked about, and being able to target which ones you need to change, which ones you can help, and which ones help each other, and how you can get the brain to really connect with the body. And it's to talk through all this stuff would be incredible. But it's truly just been the most fascinating thing that in my 34 years in life that I've been privileged and blessed to be a part of. And you can just tell that the Lord works through you, and I'm a believer as well. And so it's just been truly a fascinating few days.
Yeah, thank you. And on that note of being a believer, I've always given credit to the little helper inside of me, right? The Holy Spirit that's in there, that he knows what's going on. He's creating over 65 quadrillion chemical reactions every second in our body in the dark. I mean, how can you not believe in God when we have that going on inside this wonderful body of ours, and we don't even have to think about it? And you know what? That little healer inside of you, it's not judging you when you went out last night and ate something that probably wasn't honoring to your body, or did something to your body that injured it or aggravated. It's not judging you for doing it and not working as hard today because it's mad at what you did yesterday. It only knows to work 100% of its potential every second of every day without judgment. And so literally, if people took care of their cells like they did their own kids, we wouldn't have so many health issues. If people just paid more attention to what they're eating, 95% of anybody's conditions could be healed through just changing up your diet and giving your body the nutrients that it needs to build those new healthy cells. With that, I know you mentioned the nutrition and all of that. How much does the nutrition in your diet play a role when you're on the road and maybe not at home, able to cook and eat things that you want to eat? Does that really change your cognitive performance, do you think?
Yeah, and I think it's just your myology is affected. And myology is just meaning when you wake up, how you feel. And I think that's a good barometer to start at. And I think and something I've learned this week is your allergies can take up to 72 hours to kick in. And so now it's kind of opened my mind and enlightened me to kind of say, okay, what have I eaten over the last 72 hours? But I don't have to worry about that now because the scans that we did told me that allergens in my body. And then the customized drops are able to eliminate those things and neutralize them, so I don't have to worry about them. Just like learning that coffee was something for me that could cause brain fog. I was like, wait, what? Like, just mind-blowing. But the fact that we can clear those allergies through these drops, and like you said earlier, and Nate and I have talked about plenty, is I feel like we have everything we need to heal ourselves. And that's what you've been for us, is just a guiding light, the fire in the cave that has shown us what our bodies are capable of. And as when you talked about eating, obviously, when you eat, the correct macronutrients and the correct micronutrients, you're able to fuel your body properly. And that goes along with, getting a healthy brain, getting a healthy body, correct tissue work, correct, postural alignment. And you get all those things here. And to me, it was just kind of the one swing of the bat. I've always looked for that person that neuroscience, chiropractor, homeopathic treatment, and it's just like all right here. I was like, wait, what? It was just sort of euphoric and felt like I was in a dream. But like I said, it was just truly an honor to be here.
Oh, thank you. Well, I will say that it didn't just all kind of happen. It's been through the lifetime of 27 years in practice and trying a bunch of things that didn't work, and then finding my own breakthrough with the stuff that we have here to offer, and then seeing it on my own family and through my own patients. And these things kind of migrated to that inner circle of what we all need to be looking at.